Hi everyone, this is Angie and I'm playing Shrouded Isle. And last time we selected 5 people to be our advisors and to help us raise discipline and penitence. But we also need to find a sacrifice. And I have to admit I have no idea how can we do that. So let's start working on discipline, but we also have those 2 families dissatisfied, so we might want to work on this as well. You know what? Let's try bringing up, let's pick Yosefka and Blackborn, because Blackborn is penitent, so he might bring up penitence, and he'll bring up obedience. And Karel is disciplined, so he might raise some discipline, and he might affect the negative trait that Ladislas sounds a bit like Władysław. Oh, whatever. But let's pick those 2. But then later, depending on how much discipline we'll raise from Karel, we might want to focus on Miri next. But we'll see. Next time I'll probably have to pick Miri and Vadim, because we also need to work on their dissatisfaction so they don't go so they don't turn rebellious. Karel is a bit disciplined, oh, quite a bit. That's okay. But he has a vice that we don't know what it does. I think it affected penitence. I don't want to inquire about his vice because we are working to make them happy. So let's leave it at that for now. Ladislas, okay, not too bad. Let's check your virtue, because you guys are pretty happy. He's a convict, +10. That's pretty okay. That's very good, to be honest, in our current situation. Alright, so next, okay, we definitely need to work on Kegni and Yosefka. So right now I would pick Vadim and Miri. So as you can see, it will affect all 3, oh my god, how do you say it? All 3 traits that we need to work on. So that's good. And it will also bring up their satisfaction. You are also dissatisfied. Okay, let's do it. He has an average outcome in ignorance. Your virtue is bringing up some penitence. You are disobedient, but you are also dissatisfied, because I would love to know more about your vice, but it's okay. Miri, discipline +5. Okay, but it didn't raise as much as I was hoping. And she is lacking fervor. Let's try. Because it asking for her vice raised the discipline, so it bring it up a bit. And I really wanted to do that because I don't want to risk that it won't be, that it still be in the red when I'm finished with this season. Okay, but she's lazy, which is pretty big vice, but not too bad. Okay, we are bringing you up from the brink here. Oh no, we need to work on the Efferson as well. Okay, finish the result. And I'll have to sacrifice somebody, and I have basically nobody to sacrifice. I might have to sacrifice Miri, because they are, I would say, in the best situation here. Okay, I'll take you and you. You know what? I'll take you 3, because although it might not bring up your satisfaction much, but it won't bring it down. So that's also okay. I guess it will bring down your satisfaction though, so that might not be good. Great outcome. Ignorance is up. That's nice. Penitence is up a bit as well. Obedience is falling. I'm afraid that my obedience might be in red by the end of this season. Poor outcome in fervor, but that's okay. We have a lot of that. You bring up a bit of discipline, but we don't know how much. And you bring down penitence. That's not good. I could try asking, but then again, I don't want to bring down your satisfaction. Penitence is up, discipline is up, and ignorance is down. You are neutral, but you'll turn dissatisfied if I ask you so. But you know what? I will. Artist. Ooh. Ooh. To be honest, artist is a major vice, and it would be a just sacrifice. Do I sacrifice an artist or do I sacrifice Cadwell? Because they are +8, +4. They are -20. So if and my discipline will go down, and I cannot risk that, to be honest. Here my fervor will go up, my discipline will go down, but it's not going to be in red, so that's most important. So I guess this would be the best sacrifice, because if I would sacrifice Milos, because he has a pretty big virtue regarding discipline, my discipline will go into red, and it was previously in red when I started this season. So if we end this season again in red, I will die. Blackborn. Penitence will go down. I cannot risk it. I have to sacrifice Miri, although they will be outraged. But they will be at -40. So I'll have 3 houses that are majorly dissatisfied. I really hope that I'll get a letter this season, like an event that will help me bring up the satisfaction of one of the houses, because I'm really just threading a thin line here. Sacrifice. House Cattle simmers with quiet resentment. Because she was sacrificed for minor sin. -50. Not very good. Encourage ignorance, find greedy embezzler. I think we already found an embezzler. Oh yes, she was in here. From House Kegney, which is not good. I'll have to work on their satisfaction a bit more. Let's release her. Let's purify you guys. Okay. And I have a letter. Please be it something good. They are the least dissatisfied, but they are still dissatisfied. I mean, the happiest is Blackborn, so... But I haven't sacrificed anybody from their house. Dusha Blackborn. Dusha whispers in despair that the envious spirit of the dead outnumber the living. She wants to know, will it always be so? Do not fret, we shall join them soon enough. Perhaps our Lord has other plans. The dead might envy the living, and the living envy the dead. I mean, this will encourage penitence, this will encourage fervor, and this will encourage ignorance. I will go for penitence because we have Lois, this one. I was hoping that it will be something that will make one of the houses happy, but I'll take that as well. It's okay, I guess. Still, we will have to sacrifice Wendelin from House Kegney. And she's penitent. Let's learn how penitent. She's a convict. She is relatively penitent, so I would say that it's good that we brought up this trait over here, because if we sacrifice her, the penitence will drop a bit. So let's appoint her because she will die. We will have to take somebody who has pretty strong discipline, so he will counter her major vice. but we will have to use her to bring up the satisfaction of House Cagney. Preferably, it would be good if we had somebody from House Josefka who has a lot of discipline, because then we could use them to bring up discipline to counter Wendelin from House Cagney, and it will bring up their satisfaction. Or from the House Cadwell. House Cadwell might be even a better choice for that, considering they are already... Okay, you are acting strangely. We need to confine you. I guess I'll have to take Aaron. He has a pretty weak virtue over here, but it's still something, and it will counter the negative trait of Wendelin in House Cagney. So I will be able to pick those two to bring it up, but he is disobedient. So that's not good. Let's check Vasilia. She's rebellious, but she's also honest. This is very weak. When they have a major vice, but very minor virtue, that is very weak. But then again, if you are sacrificing this person, you are not sacrificing a lot, I would say. But let's appoint Aaron. Okay. Let's check out Josefka, because I would also want to use them. Okay, we have Karel, who is disciplined and unrepentant. Let's... he is chaste. That is pretty good. So yeah, I might want to appoint you. Alright. And we have House Efferson and House Blackburn. I would love to use you guys. You are acting strangely. That's not good. Penitence. You are cowardly. You are full of fervor. We could ask about the negative... I mean, not negative, but about the trait. Oh my god, how is it called? The affliction. We could ask about the affliction that Edin has. But you know what? I think it's better if we ask about Ivan. He's lawful. That is okay. Penitent. And they are -14. That's not too bad. I mean, I don't want to use him. I don't want to use Melos. I will use Hannah, I guess. And we'll try to learn a bit about her. And House Blackburn, we have one inquiry, and basically we can only ask about Kasmira. She's a pyromaniac, that's good, but she's unrepentant. Who do I want to take here? I don't want to use a disobedient person because their trait is obedience. So whatever she gets positive in her basic responsibilities, then will probably drop down due to her vice. So I don't want to do that. So I guess I would pick Ladislas again, because although his vice is pretty severe, I think he's the only person with a vice in fervor here, and we have still a lot of fervor, so we don't have to worry about that a lot. And also we'll be using House Josefka, so although Karel has a positive trait, a virtue of being disciplined, he will still bring up fervor. So yeah, I guess this is a good combination. Let's examine you. You are being purified. Okay. Okay, so I guess we need to start another season. So yes, basically we are now going to use Wendelin and oh shit, Aaron. Oh my god. Then I think I will use Wendelin and Karel, because they are not as dissatisfied as they are. And maybe I would use once House Efferson, but we'll see. Ignorance is going up, penitence is going up, discipline is going down, discipline is going up, and again a bit up, but obedience is falling. How disobedient are you? Oh, it will fall very, very much. So I don't think I want to ask about that, considering that also I'm working very hard to bring them from the brink of rebellion. So, oh, they are neutral now. That's okay. And they are at -10, so that's pretty okay. I might want to use the next Yosefka and Cadwell. Oh, hello, Your Excellency. Chesikegni and the other village youth has begun to wear their clothes in a strange manner, which must be indecent. An elder. Okay, she's uneducated and disobedient. We must punish deviant behavior. Or ask Chesikegni about this new fashion. I mean, we have obedience in red, so it would be good if I brought it up. Yeah, I'll do that. House Cagney approval -7. Well, great. Expression through clothing is made a caning offense. The elders beam with smug approval, except in House Cagney. Obedience is up, but House Cagney is not happy about that. But okay, I think they are still in neutral. Although they would be like -17. So this is still okay, because even now if I would sacrifice Wendelin, they will drop to -40 something, -47. So they would be at the same level as House Yosefka, I guess. But let's use House Cadwell's -30, -21. Let's use House Yosefka. And maybe Hannah Efferson. This is a bit risky considering that, you know what, no, we'll still use Cadwell. Efferson's satisfaction will drop, but yeah, let's do it like that. Fervor is going up. Discipline is going up. Penitence is dropping. What would have happened if I asked you about I don't want to risk it. Poor outcome, discipline -2. Well, great, Aaron. And obedience is dropping again. That's not very good. You are dissatisfied again. You are dissatisfied. You are neutral. You are dissatisfied. Okay, but you are, I would say, relatively okay. And I need to work on my obedience. Nobody is working on obedience. Fuck. But you are an embezzler. If I sacrifice you, I'll lose penitence and I will gain discipline. You, and I guess I'll take Aaron. You are -30, you are -30. Okay, you will be neutral, but I don't want to lose too much discipline. And I'll gain penitence now, because I need to be mindful of that. I'll lose penitence. I could take -5, -29, -29. Oh, so hard. I could take you as well, but my discipline won't be... I don't know. I want to bring them up a bit more, because when I sacrifice Wendelin, they'll drop in satisfaction. So, you know, okay. Next result, discipline +5, okay. Discipline +2, and obedience is dropping. I'll have to work on obedience next time. Next result. Okay, they are at -12. They are -35, -35. Okay, this is not good. I would very appreciate an event that would... Wendelin, yes, we are sacrificing her. We already knew that, so there is no, like, second guessing. Just sacrifice. House Cagney solemnly mourns Wendelin. Approval -30. Other houses approval +5. So this is okay, because we went from -35 to -30. The villagers praise Chernobog for ridding their community of a blighted soul. Penitence is down by 10, but discipline is up by 15. So as you can see, we are in the green with discipline and penitence, but we will definitely have to work on obedience next time. I just hope, because we sacrificed Embezzler, so now the god will choose another trait to be favored this season. I really hope it's not obedience, because if it is, then we are fucked. Okay, the night before new season. My most beloved, you struggle so pleasingly. Encourage ignorance, purity of mind and soul. The teller of lies, give her to me. Okay, so we know that it's a woman. And teller of lies is a... Yes, we need to work on obedience. And also he's still favoring ignorance, so this is good because we have very high ignorance. But... teller of lies... Would that be... Who would that be? Swindler? Liar! Okay, so we need an unpenitent person. First, let's release the people here. Release, release. And purify you. Okay. But I guess we will try to find the liar. We know that it's a woman, so that's good, but I think we'll try to find her next time. But for now, thank you so much for being here with me, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!